A massive warm welcome to all of my new friends from TikTok. In this vlog, I'm going to be telling you one great thing about being blind.
No, really, she is. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? A massive warm welcome again to all of my new friends from TikTok and any new subscribers here on YouTube. It's so lovely to have you here, and we thought that it would be a really nice idea to do this vlog style again because loads of you really liked it.
Podcast style. Podcast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
podcast, sorry.
So I'm a voice, but you can't see me. I don't just
No.
mean you.
No.
Nobody can see me.
Being rude. Yeah, I've told him he's not allowed on camera. No, I'm joking, of course.
I don't want to go on camera for a few reasons. So I'm the voice in the background, otherwise known as Im Indoors. We're here with microphones, handheld microphones, because they're going to sound more radio, and we're going out of our way to sound more radio. How you doing, Blind Girl Vlogs?
I'm doing really well, thanks him indoors.
Another hit from Smash Your Nicey here on the radio. But no, look, we're just experimenting. On this occasion, it's Siobhan only. My face is a bit blotched up, and also my head is a bit bashed up because we were filming one of your Instagram things on an exercise walk
TikTok.
earlier, weren't we? TikTok and Instagram.
Oh, it was.
Don't point out when I'm wrong. No. So we were going along, had the camera turned portrait mode, which you do for TikTokage. And what did I do to my head?
He walked into a thick branch, and all you could
Pointed
hear
branch.
listening, all you could hear on the video listening back was ah. I said, we got to keep that in. He says, no, we can't keep that in.
No, maybe
that
we'll
would
do
have been
bloopers
brilliant.
one
You've
day.
been
I'll tell you what I'm
framed.
going to do though. Yeah, this is true actually, but I got off in the end because no, there wasn't really a court case. There wasn't really a charge, by the way. Right, do you know what I've got to do now? You're going to listen to this. I'm going to try this with my nails that don't exist.
Go on.
Do you know I haven't got any nails? It's because I'm such a stress head. 1 minute. Oh yes. Now 1 minute. I've got to pour this. You can't see me, but you're going to hear this. That sounds bad. Do you like head? What? No, really. I mean, when you're doing a beard, do you like head?
I don't know how to answer. I'm
It's a yes or a no, really?
I'm stuck for words. No, I don't.
Okay, I don't mind. Another thing is normally I can get rid of my head by tilting the glass to one side, but I can't really do that when I'm pouring it with one hand and a microphone in the other. But look, did you know, little factoid here for you, and because we were saying, look, you need to treat this like it's a radio show, and a podcast rather than a vlog. She said, "Can I pick my nose?" Then I said, "Why would you do that? Why would you pick your nose?"
And I was wrong. Okay, a
podcast type thing.
Yeah.
But so I'm off camera.
Vidcast.
So this is unedited as well.
It is.
So tell me, I'm going to ask you about your TikTok.
Yeah.
Why did you get involved with it? Because it's not the most accessible platform for blindies like us.
It's not the most accessible, but what I really wanted to do was I wanted to reach out to new audiences, and TikTok primarily is for younger people. And I thought, great, it's going to be.
That sounds really dodgy. Can I just say, you mean you to reach more people of all ages?
It's younger people, and I was going to finish my sentence by saying where I could educate and hopefully give some, ideas of how I live my life as someone with no sight. And I really wanted to kind of join the platform so I could educate and raise awareness about blindness and have those questions.
And how did that one pan out for you?
To be honest, now I feel I'm getting a lot of love and support from so many wonderful people on there sticking up for me and getting those trolls who were trolling me.
So you uploaded a video, right, which is how a blind person crosses the road.
Yeah.
And there were literally, I mean, you can go on it. TikTok, I assume it's tiktok.com/Blind Girl Vlogs, but if it's not, you can search it, right?
You can search Blind Girl Vlogs.
And there are hundreds of people saying you're not really blind. Are you faking it, Siobhan?
No, I'm not faking it, and I've proved it on this channel. I have taken my eyes out.
Now, how did that feel, by the way? Because let's just hover over that. Don't just move on from that. You did a video where you took your eyes out. Some might say that's a pretty extreme thing to do.
Yeah, it was really extreme to do, and something that I felt that I didn't really want to be pressured or bullied into. It was something that I wanted to do down the line just to show people that it's not gruesome. And for anyone who's going through the process of thinking about eviscerations if they medically are struggling with any form of pain. So I really wanted to kind of open up my world of how I kind of had to go through that, that whole process of having my eyes removed. But to actually do it, to prove bullies and trolls wrong, was just so crushing. And I shouldn't have to do it, and I probably shouldn't have done it because they're not worth my time
So
or
you're
energy.
faking your blindness. How does it feel when they were saying this to you? Couldn't bearing on obviously you're not. How did that feel?
I felt, I did feel completely and utterly devastated because why? I don't even know how to explain it. It was horrific having to kind of read like comments after comment saying you're faking it, you're not really blind, just open your eyes. Your eyes are open and they're blinking. Just look left and right. I was waiting for a 40-ton truck to hit her.
Sorry, I'll stop commenting. No, that wasn't me.
Yeah. I mean,
So
it
there were
was
some nasty
it was
comments, and you're in a
yeah.
position then when you feel you're having to prove your disability to, frankly, people who don't know you.
People who don't know me, and let's face it, they are probably young people who aren't educated in terms of disability. They probably don't understand disability. Hence the reason I wanted to go onto TikTok and reach out to young people and
Please
explain.
stop putting it like that.
Well, to reach out,
I know what
well,
you mean. To more audiences,
to more
to be more
audiences, is
relevant
to
to.
be.
So to, people get journalists get obsessed by Twitter, and actually, I notice police officers do. Some civil servants. Twitter is not very big in terms of its audience. You know, we obsess about it as supposed
Mm,
opinion formers and all the rest of it, but actually, in reality, or impartial reporters in some of our cases. But the point is, it's not got that much of a huge audience. TikTok's where it's at. What
yeah.
I like about TikTok, bearing in mind I'm only helping do your little videos
Mm,
here and there, your non-campaigny ones, is you have to do a treatment. You have to plan it out to be 1 minute or less, 59 seconds essentially.
yeah.
So you have to tell a story in 60 seconds. And I love that because actually our attention spans are shorter now, right?
Mine definitely is.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
No.
Hey.
No, so they're shorter, and I like some of that. So I
Yeah,
do
I
think it's
do.
worth you carrying on doing it. You did your video where you took your eyes out because actually it's not that gruesome because
No, it's not
the
at all.
procedure you had was an evisceration
Yes, it
as
was
opposed to an
an
enucleation.
enucleation. Yeah.
Enucleation is where sorry, if anybody's right, cover your ears for 10 seconds, okay? Enucleation is literally where you take the whole of the eyeball out, right?
Yeah.
Um, and it's not preferred because if you're going to have a prosthesis, an evisceration where you keep the main eyeball and take the painful bits out of the middle of it means that you can have very realistic looking prostheses, right?
Yeah. And there is still that movement because of obviously you still got the shell of the eye, but nothing in it. So the prosthesis sits over it. So it's still very much looks quite realistic. Hence the reason why people say I'm faking my blindness. So they've done a good job there, I think. In the consultant and the Moorfields who did it
Who
for
who
me. So
who, who, who scooped them out?
yeah,
And
so that's a
it's
really
okay to
good thing.
slightly
That's a
joke.
compliment. Maybe I should take it as a compliment.
Yeah, no, is it okay? Would you say slightly joke about these things, particularly particularly in my situation as well? You know, fellow registered blindy. It's okay to joke about it, right? If it's someone you know, certainly if it's your husband, I'm hoping. But in terms of on TikTok and you don't know somebody, that can have a real impact on people.
It can have a detrimental and damaging effect on people, and it hurts. And harmful comments really do
Mm.
leave that crushing feeling in your stomach, thinking all I wanted to do was come on here and do some videos and educate and raise awareness, and showcase my life and my guide dog and what I do, and I just thought, wow, I was shocked. Actually, I was really shocked, and it kind
Were
of
you really?
worries me. I was shocked of the amount of people that were quite offensive and quite hateful.
And when you've
Um,
objected, somebody branded you a Karen, which is an American term to
yeah,
suggest a woman, a Karen, specifically. So it's gender specific. You know, some people may take views on that as well, of course,
mm,
being unreasonably kind of kicky offy. Whereas all you've done is said, go and educate yourself. You
yeah,
know, go
yeah,
to, no, I'm not faking it. Look, here are my eyes.
yeah. and that's all I want. And I was trying to be polite, because I think on there a lot of it, people aren't understanding what disability is, and how can you read the comments if you're blind? Ha ha, caught you out. And these sorts of things. And that's why I reply with, well, actually, I use a technology, an accessibility feature called VoiceOver, which enables me to be able to use my phone. And that's all I put on. There was hundreds of those sorts of comments. So maybe that's another TikTok I need to do, is showcasing how I use my phone. So
All
it
right.
gives
Well,
people an
that's
idea.
any ideas. Pop in the comments. Let's
Yeah.
move on. Let's keep it light as well. Can I just say, I'm going to show. I'm not sure if it's in vision or not, but I'm going to show Cameridge the beer. I'm not sure how
Cheers.
focused that'd be. Yeah, cheers. You wouldn't like one, would you?
No thanks.
So I've got through. I don't know. Probably I would say a third of a pint, maybe.
And how many cans have you got left? 7?
I have 7 cans left. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
not intending to consume them
did
during
I
this
suggest? I said, how many
podcast.
cans have you got
Yeah. So
left?
so look. It's a couple of other things that are going on in the world. You're back at work. I mean, you've been working throughout. I've been sort of off on annual leave this week,
You have.
which
And
has been
I'm,
great sleeping in.
yeah, very lucky. I'm on annual leave at the end of March.
Me
And
too.
what? Oh, yes.
I'm
Don't
going
rub
to
it in.
work.
Don't rub it
I'm
in.
rub what in where? What? Who? No, you
Yeah.
can't prove anything.
You want some
Um,
moisturize?
yeah, no, I'm not going to moisten my eyes. Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh, that was so
Moisture.
funny.
Right? Should we? No, let's not. Okay.
What?
One time, one time, she got you some moisturizer, and we'd only been sort of together-ish for under a year at that point, I
Yeah.
think. And
It
I
was a
said,
Christmas.
"Ow!" I said,
It was a Christmas present.
and we were away, and suddenly I went, "Ah!" And she said, "What's up?
What's
What's
up?
up?" I said, "It burns my eyes." She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "It burns my eyes. What does? All this thing you got me. What do you mean? This Nivea thing? You moisturize, right?" You said, "No, you idiot."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really thought I did
I
that?
actually really thought he did do it.
Moisturize.
Yeah.
Because moisturize is best. So he said, "My darling, I'll be happy if it comes up to my chest." That's pasteurize.
Okay. Moisturize.
Ernie. Do you remember Ernie? He drove the fastest milk cart in the West.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've got a dog line on my foot. Not that you'd probably be able to see it.
yeah, don't rub it in.
Yeah,
You mean the camera?
Rub what in? Yeah, I don't know
did
how
that
the camera...
joke. Get your own comedy, love.
No. I think it might be Mr. Martina.
I'm not going to risk going on camera. Hey, listen, we're interested in some of these YouTubes and vlogcasts and podcasts. Let us know if it works for you. Here's a little factoid: the majority of people watching this now are not subscribed to this channel.
Yeah.
Boo! No, you're very welcome, but you probably should subscribe to Blind Girl Vlogs.
Yeah, if you've come back once and twice and 3 times, then surely you're liking my content. So go and support me and subscribe.
So the scary thing is you've got more subscribers and followers on TikTok in about 3 days than you've had in about 2 years here.
I know.
So carry on. So this is growing. This is a fast-growing YouTube channel.
It is. Yeah.
If you subscribe, it helps get over the 1,000 mark. You're not far off there now.
No. And then I can start doing lives, which will be more interactive, more engaging, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that.
That's true.
And plus, more excitingly for you guys, when I reach 1,000, I'm going to be giving some big giveaways. So yeah, spread
Mars
the
bar?
love and share my channel.
Mars bar? Twix?
Oh yeah, of course.
What's your big giveaway? You don't know, do you?
I do know.
You don't know.
I do know, but I'm not going to tell anyone. When we get there, I'll tell them.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll tell them before, and then it will encourage people to come to my channel.
Wait a minute. Tell them. Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing on the air audience. No, we don't do them. It's not my lovely listeners. We're not somebody else. You're with us. You know, I'm off camera. You're seeing Siobhan, but you're in the living room with us.
Yeah, no, well, I'm talking to you, and I totally forgot that I was on my...
You guys watching, you're with us in the room now.
Are you with me? Come and sit next to me.
Could you make us a cup of tea? No, actually, could you get me another beer, please, audience?
He doesn't need another beer.
I've hardly had, I don't know if this is in vision yet. I've hardly had any of this one. So, do you know what I actually went to do then?
What?
This is true. You probably think I'm saying this for the podcast. So I waved it up sort of roughly in front of the camera. And then I went to take a sip. But what I actually went to take a sip off is the microphone.
Yeah, well, you'll get a shock. You get a fairy thing in your mouth.
Moving on.
Where is your mind? You always seem to
Moving on.
tone it down.
We should
below
tone
the
it down.
belt, isn't it? Really.
Move on.
Okay.
Apologise. We apologise for any offence caused to everyone. So yeah, let's put the smut back in the drawers. So moving moving on there. So in terms of content here,
Yeah.
you're intending. If anybody's still watching, by the way, could you write the word AirPods in the comment? No, I like a random word just to see
Okay, a
who's there.
random word.
Write the
Okay.
word AirPods if you're still watching at this point. You know, we're looking at all sorts of things that you're interested in doing, from a particular sound desk to do kind of telephone interviews. You want to see an ophthalmologist, don't you?
I do.
I told you you can't see love. Boom, boom. By the way, I don't really call her love. I
No, not
wouldn't
that.
dare. It's just it's for the podcast. I'm showing off.
I don't like. I don't see when people call me love.
I don't like it. It's offensive.
cringe. It's just
All right, mate.
cringe. Right, love.
All right, mate.
Come on, my love.
Come, mate.
All right, dear. No, don't call me love or dear. You know, there are some people who love that word,
What?
love or dear. But
Well, I love the word love.
no, but love in the sense
The
of
moments I
lovey.
wake
Come
up
on, love.
every night,
No, 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 no.
every day.
No, it was going so well, and
I was
now
gonna
it's
say it must be love, love, love. Da, da,
for
da.
my blind viewers. I'm shaking my head.
And what are you doing for your non-blind viewers?
Well, they can see it. Lucky.
Oh God,
for
I
them.
wonder what you're actually doing. Anyway, look. So smash the subscribe button.
Yes.
We've got a couple of little ideas coming on up. You want to do a TikTok, don't you? Which is the difference between guide dog and long cane. So broadly speaking, the difference being is a long cane, a white stick is an object finder.
Whereas a lovely guide dog will guide you around the obstacles.
An evil guide dog won't, however. It's still a lovely
Oh,
guide dog.
is there such
Is
a
there
thing as an
such a
evil?
thing as an evil
Yeah,
guide dog? If there is, can you
no.
put it in the comments below?
No. They might be mischievous and cheeky and yeah.
I don't.
But
Yeah,
not.
I don't think. Can a dog be evil? I don't think so.
No.
Woo.
Of course they can't. They don't.
Doggies. Do you want to? Let me see if I can put the microphone near the dog's nose. 1 minute.
Okay. He's laying so chill.
That's Marty. That's Marty's breath, really. Yeah, he's not really. He's not really playing.
He's not really fussed.
So look, have you got any questions for me? Because we're sitting here having a chat. We're going to chat for about another 5 minutes, guys, if you're still there. So don't forget the word AirPods if you were still watching at this point. But you can ask me because you get questions about the technical stuff all the time, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't technical stuff.
I'm lying back because I'm not on camera. I'm literally lying back on the sofa.
Well, I might just come and move the camera and just shine it in your direction.
It's a torch you're thinking of.
No,
You
it's
can't
got
shine a
torch.
camera.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. It would need...
Direct it in your.
Yeah, you
I'm
point a
tired.
camera.
I told you. This is just like me. It's just can't get my words. Yeah.
Yeah, look, an awful lot of people ask what kit
sort of
we've got
equipment
and
and
what
things
kit
like
you
that.
need
Yeah.
to vlogcast or
Yeah.
podcast or anything like that. I would say you can really get away with a smartphone. And, you know, I'm being quite serious about that because...
Or a GoPro. You know, there's
no,
so
it
many
sort of
different.
depends, you know, because the GoPros, I think they're great. But they, particularly on super wide view, they'll take in your whole room. And sound does get a little bit important eventually. But I would say for close-up stuff, iPhone, when the microphone's quite close to you, you can genuinely get away with that. GoPro, you can to a degree, but I think a smartphone would probably even be better. If you are after like a camera that you can stick on a tripod, because you can put iPhones on tripods, we don't have this particular unit.
That's true.
But there's a Canon M50, so that means mirrorless. Canon M50. And I'd say that's about the best budget way of getting into up to 4K video recording. But you don't need 4K most of the time. We're recording in well under 4K. We're doing quarter of that in 1080p.
So the gimbal, because I know that Fitting Up guy wants to know the gimbal. So it was
Should
on
we explain
Amazon.
what a gimbal is?
Yeah.
We've got a thing called a 3-axis gimbal. They're a stabilizer, essentially. They're kind of like an idiot stabilizer in my case. Hollywood, they can use those or they can use manual ones. In this case, it keeps the camera steady if you want it to be kind of straight on the horizon or moving around. So it stabilizes. So if you move left and right quickly, it keeps it all stable. You know, up and down, obviously, you don't want to jump up and down too much because that could look a bit weird. But ultimately, it keeps it looking super silky smooth. And I would say to you, actually, few people need a gimbal. I think it's helpful for us that we know that the camera is genuinely straight.
Yeah.
But the one we have is called a Ronin RSC2. You can get a Ronin S2, and the difference being is that the S2 like you'd use much bigger film cameras on it. The RSC2, and it's still a really heavy and a really big thing.
Yeah, it
Uh,
really is,
it takes
actually.
our camera easily. It would take lots of broadcast cameras fine. So it's only really if you are Granada Television or something. And actually, even then, to be fair, they'd
Like
use the
we
same
are.
cameras as we are for the most part. Yeah, really.
We are. We got some good kit.
Have you
Okay, cool.
subscribed yet? Do you subscribe to yourself? Is that possible?
I don't
I
know.
doubt it is
I've never
possible.
tried. Why would
Well,
I subscribe to myself anyway? That's like really
you should
narcissistic.
sometimes listen to yourself.
No, I listen to myself all the time.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm joking.
Do you go to bed at night listening to YouTube? Be honest.
No,
Never.
no.
Oh, how you just hit me in the eye with that nose. You do occasionally, and there's nothing wrong with that when you want to check how it's going, but you're not
Oh,
religiously
if
at
I've
it.
uploaded one, yeah, then I would listen to it. It gives a view, an extra view anyway. So I do
Oh
in
dear,
that
that's
sense.
not why you're doing it.
No,
You're
no,
not
I
that
was
obsessed
just
by it.
no, but I was. No, I do listen to it to see how it comes out and see how it's sounding and stuff like that on different sort of technologies. But
So back full
apart from
circle
that,
then.
back from what?
Back full circle.
Yeah,
Would you recommend TikTok to people? And because I would say that it could be more accessible for blind people.
yeah.
But
The
you
app
do
isn't.
manage to use it somehow.
Yeah, the app isn't overly accessible. Like I say, you have to kind of learn which is which. So the buttons aren't labeled. So you have to go into it and then figure out what section of the app you're in.
And what you mean by labeled is screen readers
It's
read what's on there, and if the button's not got a name on it for screen readers, it will just say
it just
button.
yeah, it doesn't even say it would just make a sound or something. So it's really really hard to navigate.
Yeah.
Um, some of the comments you can read, but it's like interacting with the comments and things like that are a little bit of a struggle.
Mm.
So like I say, it's just like it's just the knack you have to get into. But I wish the app was a little bit more accessible. Then I would definitely kind of like recommend it more.
Mm.
Um, like I say, I've just kind of I'm just playing around with it at the moment.
You're what? Oh, TikTok.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Because
The
I
app.
was saying it's not just really radio. You do have a camera pointing at you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So I
If you're
haven't done
still
anything
watching now,
wrong.
by the way,
Yeah.
can you put the word kangaroo?
Skippy the
Kangaroo. No, just kangaroo.
kangaroo.
Just kangaroo.
Okay.
Kangaroo.
Um.
And let us know you're
So
still
so
watching.
yeah.
You
In terms
recommend it
of
though.
yeah, I do because I think it's quite fun being able to have a minute of a video. So that's quite good. You have to capture what you want to say within a minute, and you have to be a bit creative. So I'm loving it. I'm loving that side of it and the interaction from really nice people who are generally curious about
Mm.
blindness and want to learn more and be educated. So I love it. I love that.
What do you think is the one thing you miss out? I'm going to nab this one first, by the way. One thing you miss out on being blind from normal society, because there's only one thing that bothers me
And what's that?
in that context: driving.
Yeah, we drive me mad.
No, that's the only thing.
Hmm.
In life, it's never going to be possible. Talk about driverless cars. Um,
In our
you,
lifetime, I don't know. Do you
well,
think
not there's, they
potentially?
go up to level 5, and I think it's quite unlikely we're going to get level 5 is where you can go door to door anywhere around the country you want, and the car's going to get you.
And what are we
It's
on now?
dubious. Well, allegedly, we're sort of moving towards level 3, which is where the car
Ooh.
can look after, uh, keeping its distance, turning off motorways, that sort of thing, and applying brakes.
Now, I
Level
would love to go
4.
to a test site to do that.
Yeah, there are some, but level 4 is where it can get you from a particular point, like from your front door to another front door in a local area. Now, I think that's much more likely in the near future because there's nothing I would like more. I wouldn't like to do it now because it'd be breaking COVID rules, and I wouldn't do that. But in normal times, there's nothing I'd like more to think. Do you know what? What do you want to go out to Southend for? And you might say, "What do you want to do that for?" I said, "Well, sort of walk up the pier if it's not burnt down this week."
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
So you
I suppose driving. I've never.
hang on, you can't steal the same one.
No. Well. Well, it's not stealing, is it?
Yeah, that's
I.
my thing.
Well, I think that's a big thing, though, isn't it?
Don't tell everyone.
I think it is a big thing, though,
Thank you.
driving,
Yeah.
because I think now more than ever I felt so much more restricted in not being able to travel. So I've kind of thought about it a lot more.
Yeah.
in terms of not being able to drive and having to rely on everybody and family to come and pick me up. But if I had the ability to drive, then I would be able to have that independence. But I don't. So yeah, that's a big one.
We're both depressing people now.
No,
We
let's
can't
find
do
it.
that. Let's okay. What's the best thing about being blind? Don't you dare say
Do you
it.
know what? Actually, the best thing about being blind is that you don't.
You save fortunes on blinds and curtains.
n-
No, that's not true. We have those.
is that you don't judge people on their looks, and I think that's for me is the best thing, because actually this goes to prove why I think blindness is kind of is a good thing. So
What?
I'll tell you
I
a very quick
don't.
story.
I've got a liking seeing where you're going with
No,
this one.
I tell you a quick story. So I was living in Great Yarmouth at the time, and I was going out from my house to the local shops with my second guide dog Mac, and it was a really busy road, and I needed to get across. Um, and I was standing there for ages and ages, and this group of people come up to me, and they said, "Would you like assistance?" And they're all being a bit rowdy and a bit loud, and yeah, it was I probably felt a little bit intimidated at the time, but actually they said, would you like a hand? And they did, and I crossed over the road, and as I was going up, a lady come over and said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, what, why wouldn't I be?" Well, they're a group of lads that got tattoos and ear piercings all over their face and their ears, and it didn't bother me because obviously I didn't judge them for the fact that they had tattoos or ear piercings. They were just people. So
But hang
it
on, that
just
still
goes to
doesn't
show.
mean okay. That's one good thing, but that doesn't mean blindness is a good thing, does it?
Well, I'm saying that,
And your
in a
free Pret a Manger coffees that you
oh
get.
yeah. No, I'm just saying for
Yeah.
me it's kind of, it just goes to show that you don't judge people on their looks.
Hopefully not. And then, can we just tell that Pret story? Because we're nearly wrapping up, by the way.
Okay.
If you're
Oh
still watching,
yeah.
by the way, can you write the word
Coffee.
coffee? Yeah, in the comments below. We did this video just as a laugh. 5 things. Was it? What was it? What was the title? It's along the lines of of
Oh,
the
was it
top 5 benefits or advantages to being blind.
blind? Something like that.
And it was
So
tongue
long
in
ago.
cheek. So, for example, one of the things was when you go to the Eiffel Tower,
You don't have to queue.
you don't have to queue because they say, "Yeah, no, come here, come straight through, come straight through." So, like, it's things like that. And one of the points is that certain branches of Pret a Manger, and I have the Barista Club thing, £20 a month, so you actually can legitimately get them for free. But like, we'll go there, and they'll forever pass it. Oh no, it's on the house. It's on the house. C'est gratuit. It's free.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not sure it's so much a blind thing as opposed to not being a knob thing, is what somebody said. Is like, you genuinely say how are you and whatever.
I do
But
that anyway.
yeah, but so we'd stuck that as
Yeah.
an advantage of being blind, and we stuck on screen that it's not like a term and condition. So we got wind of the fact that this branch of Pret a Manger, and we're not going to name this person, but somebody was going up and saying, "I demand a free coffee because I'm blind."
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they said
That's
we don't give
fine.
people coffee because they're blind, they pointed to Siobhan's video. And they probably kicked off. They
Yeah,
probably
they
kicked off.
did. They did. And I was
I
like,
think they
oh
gave her a
my
coffee to get her
gosh.
to poke off in the end.
I know. Isn't it so embarrassing? Yeah, and it's all tongue in cheek, like we say. But oh gosh, how embarrassing! I couldn't go up and say, "I want a free coffee because I'm
I'm
blind,"
blind.
or
Yeah.
free Burger King or something. They did that once
Um,
in Victoria bus station. They said, "No, you're
what?
blind. You can have a free burger." This was years and years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Um,
I was like, "Oh, okay, that sounds good to me."
when growing up, and I'm going to leave people to this story.
Okay.
I'm not going to name the person; they won't watch it this far anyway. But there's someone I quite like on the whole, and
Oh,
apparently they're over this now. But they're blind, and you go out to a meal with them, and they don't want to tip. And this was years ago, and I said, "What are you doing this for?" The way I look at it is they have to help anyway. Why should I tip? Because people getting paid minimum wage, you type bastard. And it's quite interesting because this person justified on the fact they're blind, they'd have to help anyway. So I think they probably kind of come around a little bit at this point. But yeah,
I think if you have a good service, this is my, personal opinion, of course, and whatever, but just tip, because I just think if you've had a really good service, why wouldn't you? Why would you not just say thank you, and for
Well,
your
because
help?
you're a tight git,
Well,
maybe in that
I
person's
know,
case. I
but
don't know.
I always tip taxi drivers as well, especially if you've had a really good driver who's come and assisted you and put your shopping in the boot and then taken the shopping out and put it by your door, and escorted you and assisted you. Why wouldn't you kind of go out of your way? Because I think that's nice. They don't have to do all of that.
No.
They don't
Well, I
have.
mean, if you're blind, they might have to help you to find the
They might
door.
they might have to help you. Yeah, of course they're gonna, they do that, but they don't have to kind of go out of their way
I just think a
necessarily to
cab's one of
do
those things. We're
so
not
much.
like America where everything's tipping. Don't bother anybody. Um, but I do think, at the end of the day, yeah, of course you should blooming well tip. It makes a massive difference to other people. It doesn't make much difference to you. It's almost if you get a cab, you should tip. And it's crazy that apparently the number of people who don't. On that note, this has been a Blind Girl vlogcast. Podcast, vlogcast, YouTube, whatever.
Vidcast,
Listen, do
vidcast.
subscribe. Anybody who's still watching now, one last word we got to stick in there. We're going to stick the word guitar.
Banana.
No, which one? Guitar or banana? Stick both. One or either of those. One or either of those.
Whoever you
Guitar.
like more.
Right.
His word or
Neither one of
mine.
those. They're both inanimate. Well, one's an inanimate object, and the other one is a fruit.
Okay.
So anyway,
fruit.
whomever. No,
Yeah.
whichever.
Banana.
That's personal. Don't call me that again. Right, we are going to catch you. So listen, you're not subscribed and you're at this point. That would amaze me because people who have got this far into it probably are subscribing, right?
And then my loyal followers.
Well,
Subscribe.
whoa, hang on, you said that sounded sinister. What are you going to do to those who aren't?
No, they probably are. If you got to the end, then
Hey, Footy Nut Guy, how are you, my friends?
And Kelsey.
And Kelsey, are you both there? Stick in the comments if you are.
Oh yes.
I bet you probably are.
Sightless Hero on YouTube.
Yeah,
Go check her
exactly.
out.
So you've been listening to Blind Girl Vlogs. Is that all right? Or what other? Give me a style of voiceover and I'll try it.
Okay. You've been listening to Blind Girl Vlogs.
You've been listening to Blind Girl Vlogs.
Yeah, that sounds really, really dark.
You've been listening to Blind Girl Vlogs. Now, do you know how to say girl in a Scottish accent?
Girdle.
Yeah, well, in a Glaswegian accent, you have to say the word girdle in a Scottish accent.
Girdle.
Girdle.
Girdle. Okay, random.
Girdle. Try it. It's a bit like Jimmy Carr when he said to say Jimmy Carr in a Jamaican accent. It sounds like Jamaica, which is quite cool, actually. I like stuff like that.
Jamaica.
Yeah, it was very good.
Okay,
Girdle.
good. Okay, girdle.
And how do you say goodbye? We'll catch you next time in Vloggage World.
Goodbye, and thank you so much for listening and watching. I'll see you, or maybe not, in my next one.